Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me for this chair yoga class today. We are going to use a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can also use a belt from a robe or a men's necktie. Let's begin class by coming seated forward in our chair so our glutes are on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, allowing a nice 90-degree bend in the knees, feet flat on the floor. Roll your shoulders back and down, relaxing the shoulders, placing the hands where they may land on your legs. Closing your eyes, sitting nice and tall, thinking about elongating the spine, and then bring your attention to your breath. Noticing your breath, notice if you're breathing deeply. On an inhale, feeling the chest rise and then the belly rise. Exhaling, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Let's take the next 3 rounds of breath just to notice our breath today. Let's begin a scan of our body, starting at the crown of our head, working down to our toes. Noticing any areas you need to be mindful of as you move through this practice today. Completing the scan of the body. Please remember, if a pose doesn't feel right or is uncomfortable, you do not need to do that pose. Always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Let's begin our 4 square breathing exercise, starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale, retain, inhale, retain, exhale, retain. Returning to your regular breath now and noticing your breath for the next 3 rounds of breath. Keeping our eyes closed, let's lower our right ear towards the right shoulder, gently stretching out the side of the neck. One more breath here, returning to center, and now lowering the other ear towards the shoulder, stretching the opposite side of the neck. One more breath. Returning to center, lifting the chin high as if you were gazing up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. If you'd like an extra stretch, purse your lips to just add more stretch to the neck. One more breath. And return to center, and this time draw the chin into the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And one more breath, returning to center, opening your eyes. Let's roll our shoulders to the back of the room, releasing any tension you might be holding in the shoulders today, and roll the opposite direction to the front of the room. One more roll. Beautiful. Making sure your yoga strap is not too close to your neck. We're going to start with our hands down by our side, reaching up overhead and really stretch and reach as if you're trying to touch the ceiling with the fingertips. Looking up through the fingers. Let's add a quarter side bend. Come to a half side bend. And a 3/4 bend. And back to our starting position. And let's change hands, lowering that hand. Opposite hand comes up, stretch and reach. And now a quarter side bend. A half side bend. 3/4 side bend. Back to center. Lower that hand and now move with fluid movement, one hand to the other. Going right to that quarter side bend. And then adding a little bit more each time the hand comes up and over to that side. Deepening the side bend. Get a nice movement in the spine. Deepening the side bend. Let's do one more to each side. And this time we're going to hold and look through the fingers 4 rounds of breath. Changing sides and holding that side bend 4 rounds of breath. Beautiful. Let's return to our starting position. Now roll the shoulders once again to the back twice. Roll them to the front twice. Beautiful. We're going to take that strap. We're going to sit all the way back in our chair this time, so the back of the seat's not going to interfere with the strap. Take that strap wider than hip width apart, balanced on your thumbs, fingers closing over the strap. We're going to start with the strap down by your knees. We're going to inhale, bring the strap up. Exhale, bring the strap behind us all the way down to the seat. Inhale up. Exhale to the knees. Inhale up. Exhale behind. Inhale up. Exhale behind. Inhale up. And remember, if your upper back and shoulders are really tight, widen your grip on the strap here. Exhale behind. Inhale up. And exhale front. Inhale up. Exhale behind. Inhale up. Exhale front. Inhale, this time a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A 10 count rise. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower that strap. Let's come seated forward in that chair once again, just on our glutes on the chair. Take that strap and just bring it once again around the shoulders. Now we're going to bring our hands forward, palms facing each other. We're going to travel with one hand as we exhale and follow the hand with your gaze. So we're going to start with this hand. We're going to exhale, have the hand travel, bringing the hand forward. Exhale, the other hand travels. Inhale forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale forward. Once more to each side. Exhale, travel. Inhale forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale forward. Looking forward this time, both arms. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale forward. This time back so the hands face each other. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. And inhale forward. Beautiful. Let's lower our hands now to our lap. We're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, bringing the other hand behind you on the chair, sitting nice and tall. Let's exhale and twist, look over the shoulder for 8 rounds of breath. Noticing the tension in the muscles as we first move into this gentle twist. Breathing deeply, noticing when the muscles begin to relax. One more breath here. slowly unwind and coming back to our starting position. Now the opposite hand to the knee, the other hand behind you on the chair once again. Sitting tall, exhale and twist. 8 rounds of breath here. Again, notice the tightness in the muscles as we first move into this twist. Breathe deeply and take note of when those muscles begin to relax. One more breath. Slowly unwind, coming forward. This time taking the strap and bringing it around the sole of one foot. Both ends of the strap into the same hand as the foot. We're going to lift that foot off the ground. Always keep a micro bend at the knee. Sitting tall in your chair, using your free hand to hold under your chair to support your posture. Let's take that leg out to the side for an inner thigh and groin stretch. I want you to take a look at your knee. Make sure there's a micro bend. We don't want to hyperextend the joint. Remember, sitting nice and tall, trying not to slouch, trying not to lean back into the chair. Two more breaths here. Now let's draw that foot forward, grab that strap and bring it across the opposite knee, keeping your foot flexed to protect your bent knee. On an exhale, lower your body towards your legs, feeling a nice stretch in the hips. Probably going to be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful at all, just rise up slightly from your pose. You've just leaned in a little too close to your legs. Most of us have very tight hips. This will feel uncomfortable. Spend a lot of our day sitting. Four more rounds of breath. Lower closer to your legs if you can. Last breath here. And we're going to slowly rise up. Strap into both hands. Allow that foot to come down to the ground. Place the opposite foot into the strap. Once again, both ends of the strap into the same hand as the extended foot. We're going to take our free hand and hold the chair for support for our posture. Lift that foot off the ground, keep a micro bend at the knee, and let's extend out to the side for our inner thigh and groin stretch. Sitting nice and tall, breathing deeply. Two more breaths here. Now let's draw that foot forward, grabbing that strap, bringing it across the opposite knee, keeping the foot flexed to protect the bent knee. Exhale and lower towards the legs, feeling the nice stretch in the hips. This is a figure 4 pose. Four more rounds of breath, lowering a little closer to the legs if you can, intensifying the stretch. One more breath here. And slowly rising up. Strap in both hands, allow that foot to come down to the ground. Let's take that strap and just set it aside. We're going to take our feet out on a diagonal. We're going to take our hands and we're going to slide them down our legs, and we're going to think about relaxing the back side of the body the whole time. So as we draw our hands closer to our ankles, thinking about relaxing the low back, relaxing the mid back, relaxing the upper back, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, and relax your head, and allow the crown of your head to shine down towards the mat. This modified forward fold. Thinking about getting a beautiful stretch across the back side of the body, allowing all the muscles to relax. Holding here for 5 rounds of breath. Now taking the hands off the feet and grabbing your elbows, staying in this position but feeling the weight of the arms pulling you a little closer to the mat, deepening the stretch. 5 breaths here. Releasing the hands once again to the feet. Slowly allowing the hands to travel back up the legs as we rise up into a seated position very slowly. Beautiful. Let's bring those feet once again nice and flat in front of us, 90-degree bend at the knees. We're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to start small circles, widening the circles. Looking for our range of motion here, making those circles as big as you can comfortably. And now let's begin shrinking down the circles once again, making them smaller and smaller. And pausing. Now let's circle the opposite direction, starting small, widening the circle as we go. Again, looking for that range of motion, wherever it may be for you today. And beginning to shrink that circle once again. Smaller, smaller, and nice tight circle, and pause. Let's lower the hands. Let's inhale and shrug the shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now we're going to hold onto the edges of the chair with both hands, picking up one foot, rolling out your ankle. A little bit of functional movement here. Take note when you're rolling out your ankles today, rolling the opposite direction. Take note, are you noticing any restrictions when you roll your ankle in one direction or the other? Let's change now to a point for 2 and a flex for 2. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time. Point and flex. Let's set that foot down, picking up the other foot, rolling out that ankle. And again, noticing as we roll the ankles if you find any restrictions. Rolling the other way. And changing now to a point for 2. Flex for 2. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Beautiful. And setting that foot down. Now we're going to start with a toe just touching the floor in front of us. We're going to be engaging the quads. We're just going to lift that toe off the ground. Sitting nice and tall. 2 more. Beautiful. And set that foot flat. Starting with the toe pointing down on the opposite side. And lift. 2 more. Beautiful. And set that foot down. Now bring that toe forward on the mat and lift. 2 more. Beautiful, and drag that toe back, foot flat on the floor, opposite toe comes forward and lift. 2 more. And toe down, drag it back, flatten the foot. This time let's take the heel out to the side and lift. 2 more. Lower the heel, bring that foot flat. Extend the opposite leg out, heel down and lift. 2 more. Beautiful. Set that heel down, drag that foot back to our starting position. Now we're going to think about keeping the toes on the floor. We're going to alternate a heel lift. So alternating heel lifting on one side, setting down, changing sides. Keeping the toes on the floor. Alternating the lifts. 4 more singles. Now both heels lift and down. Lift and down. 2 more. Beautiful. Setting it down. Just bring your feet forward just a tiny bit. And this time it's going to be the heels stay on the floor and the toes lift. Opposite sides. Lifting one side, place it down and lift the other. Let's do 4 more singles. And now both at the same time. Toes lift off the ground, heels stay. 2 more. Beautiful. And just bringing those feet back once again so we have that 90-degree bend at the knees. Bringing the hands to the hips. We're going to do a nice hip circle here. Rolling in one direction. And just taking note, if you're able to do a nice circle, not a triangle or rectangle or square, but a nice circular movement. Just notice. One more rotation all the way around. And pause at center. Let's move in the opposite direction. And just notice if there's any restrictions as we change directions. Oftentimes we start a movement in the side of our body where it's most comfortable. So this may be a little bit more difficult moving in this direction, so just notice. One more complete circle. Beautiful, and pausing in center. Now we're going to take our hands down to our lap. We're going to do a few rounds of cow and cat breath for movement in the spine, but we're not going to use our hands. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest and the head into cow. And we're going to exhale, arch the back and look down towards the mat into cat. Inhale and lift into cow. Exhale and arch into cat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. We're going to do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. Beautiful. Coming back into a nice tall posture on your chair. Now taking both arms overhead. Take one hand and grab the opposite wrist. And now pull that wrist over to that side of the body in a nice side stretch. Looking up through the hands to the ceiling in front of you. Point where the ceiling and the wall join together. One more breath. Let's come back to center. And now let's grab the opposite side and drag that hand over to that side. Once again, looking where the ceiling and the wall join in front of you. Coming back to center this time, both hands overhead. We're going to exhale and twist in one direction. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist the opposite direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Now bring the arms into a T. This time we're going to lower one hand as the other comes overhead. As we exhale, lower. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, center. And now we're going to twist, bringing one hand behind and the other in front. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And lower the hands down. Beautiful. Now seating in a nice comfortable position on your chair, knees bent, hands resting on your legs, sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes. Notice your breath here, breathing deeply, belly rising on the inhale. Take a moment now to scan your body once again from the crown of the head to the toes. Noticing any changes from the scan at the beginning of class. But noticing without judgment. Every day will feel different. Returning your attention once again to your breath. Noticing the belly rise on the inhale. Bringing your hands together at heart center. I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your energy in this practice today, for taking this mindful time for movement and self-care. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thanks again for joining me today. I'll see you next time.